Hey, this is Florestar, and I'm here in my 1.2.3 world. It's not really a test world or an LP world or anything like that. It's just a world that I made for this. And I'm going to be starting a new little series. Basically, I've been getting a lot of questions about forestry because other than Sengir, I know a lot and people know that, so people ask me questions. And one of the questions is, how do I get this type of bee? Or how do I get this type of bee? Or how do I get this type of bee? So, what a friend of mine suggested, and I'm going to try this, and if you guys like it, I'll continue it, is basically I'm going to be doing a how to get this bee type series. So, the first request is from the guy who suggested it to me, Krunk Spleen from the Direwolf IRC channels. And basically, he wants a jungle bee that produces normal or fast. So if we look, let me get a random bee to have this work. Just a random bee, it doesn't matter what it is. Okay, so he wants a jungle bee have any poison effect. So jungle bees normally have a poison effect. He wants it to produce the normal silky combs that they produce, and that it lives in a normal biome. So it doesn't have to live in a forest biome. So the only rules about this series is that I have to get them from hives. I can NEI the hives in, but I do have to actually, break the hives myself. And anything that I get from a previous episode can be used on future episodes. So if you guys have any suggestions for bees, feel free to send them in, and I'll pick one, and that'll be the next one. So I guess we'll start. So let's get some bees. These are all jungle hives, obviously. So we have a bunch of jungle bees. So I'm going to get some apiaries and stuff set up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. As you can see, I set up some apiaries, and I analyzed all my bees. So the Beealyzer is a really great tool. If you put a bee in, you can see there's some blue and some pink. Basically, pink are dominant traits, and blue are recessive traits. So as you can see, poison's a recessive trait. So we either have to find something that has a effect trait that is dominant, or another recessive trait that's better, in order to basically overlay one with the other. So I think what we're going to do is, I know that forest and meadows bees have none effect. So why don't we get one of those hives? So let's get a forest hive. And we're going to put it down and break it. Get some bees. And put them in our Beealyzer. And as you can see, they have a none effect, and it is dominant. So if we can breed some forests with some jungles, there's a chance that the none effect will go through. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my tropical princesses in here. Because, I'm in the jungle, so I want them to be able to breed in the jungle, and breeding is determined by the princess. So the queen will get all the same traits as the princess. And then on the bottom, we will get some more forest hives. Put them down and break them. And we'll put our forest drones in and see what happens when this is all done. So I'll be back. I also wanted to point out, as you can see, I am wearing full bee armor because I don't want to get poisoned while I'm doing this. So yeah, if you want to work with things that have bad effects, bee armor is your friend. Alright, back to watching them grow. Alright, my bees just started finishing, so let's see what we got. And I'll pull all these out. I'll be right back. Alright, so I finished taking them out, and let's see what we came up with. So, let's see, forest drone. So we have a forest, tropical, none, So we want none effect. And it looks like it works in normal. Produces silky. So that's pretty cool. We have another one. Same basic thing. Another of the same basic. Looks the same so far. Let's see. I'm going to do all the forests and then I'll move towards the commons. So all the forests looks like they're basically the same thing. Yeah, they all can produce silky too. Which is cool. Alright, now we have some commons. So we have a common, holy crap, a common cultivated already. No effect. Normal. Interesting. Common tropical. A common tropical. And a common forest. Interesting. Alright. So I'll be right back. Alright. So I came just outside the forest here. And I'm going to kill some sheep. Because they're annoying. Oh, I'll work on the sheep when you're not here. Alright, so what I figured... Stupid sheep. Anyway. Alright, so what I figured I was going to do was one of these, if you look, this common cultivated, if I can get that cultivated to be active, I'll have fast, which is one of the things we want, is we want fast. So I'm going to try to breed for that. So I'm going to put a common cultivated and I guess tropical hybrid. And I'm going to, let's see, I'll just breed some of the forest tropicals and see what comes up. Alright, so I'll put these in. And I think we want one more apiary. Yeah. And we'll do this one. Alright, and I'll see what they come up with. So, catch you in a little bit. Something interesting to note is because this is a forest tropical hybrid, it will actually produce silky combs. So, yay, silky combs. Alright, keep watching the bees. Alright, our commons just finished, so we're going to take those out and see what happened with them. Well, the other one's almost finished. So see, I got some more silky, got some honeycomb. Alright, let's see what we got. Common cultivated. Alright. Common tropical. Common tropical. And common tropical. Now, if you notice, the temperature tolerance, so this one can actually go down in humidity one and down in temperature one. Interesting. So I guess we will still have the fast, so I still still want to try to get that fast, so I guess we'll do this one. And the other one we will do yeah, we'll do this one. Let me see, is that recessive or dominant? Alright, it's recessive, but they both have it, so that's good. Yeah, we'll do this one, and it doesn't really matter. Make it A. Alright, I'll catch you later. Alright, as you can see, we just got our bees from the combinations that we did with the forests. The modest are still going, or the commons are still going. So let's get these out and see what we got. So let's see, this was our old one. We got Forest Princess. So forest, but flowers jungle. Interesting. Forest, tropical. Forest, tropical. Forest, tropical. Forest, tropical. Forest, tropical. Tropical. Ooh, tropical. Flowers. Interesting. No effect. So we have a tropical princess with no effect. Awesome. Still needs warm and damp, but we'll get that out. So we have one step done. Cool. So yeah, that's a keeper. So again, we have a tropical forest, no poison. Or a tropical bee, no poison. And forest. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this one and I think I'm just going to put everyone else back in just to keep working, see if we get anything interesting. I won't really care about the order of anything because I kind of got what I wanted. And there's going to be no one there. But I think we want to wait for this one to finish, but we'll come back for that. So what I want to do is I'm going to go back to my jungle base over there, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to get some fresh jungle bees because I wanted to check something. So we have a princess, right? So yeah, that's recessive, so we won't have to worry about losing our nun. And okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to breed these two together and see what happens. Cool. And this one, and we'll just keep that one. Alright, and so I'll go back and wait for my common to finish over there. Alright, so our common's finished, and we're going to, the other one's almost finished, so let's see, we have a common cultivated. Still have fast on the other side. Common cultivated. So we'll put them back together, see if I get an actual cultivated. And these. Got common tropical. common, tropical. Alright. Well, I think I'll hold on to these for right now. And I'll go back and watch the jungle bee working. Alright, so my jungle bees just finished, and as you can see, I have them right here. So let's analyze them and see what happened. Alright, let's see. Tropical, good. That doesn't matter right now. No poison still. Awesome. Now, none. That's okay, because we have our drone here. Alright, so now we're going to see if we can get this, either the both one, down one to go active, or if we can get both one, down one on this one to transfer. So I'm hoping we can, even though this one's dominant, hoping overwhelming recessiveness will help. So let's try it out and hope for the best. Alright, and let's look at our other one. So we have a tropical with a none, that's good. And down one, ooh, so we might want to breed this one too, just to see if we can get anything. And then we have this. So ooh, poison, not good. But this one has both one, down one. Well, I think we'll breed this one and see if the non-poison will transfer. So then we can have two options. Alright, I'll be back when these are done. Okay, bye. Alright, so my bee's finished. And yeah, that one's still going. But this one finished. So let's see what we got. So we have a tropical, none, good. Tropical, none. Warm, damp, but down one. Okay. And then we have a common tropical, down one. Alright. And tropical, let's see, tropical, down one. Alright. So, nothing yet, but we'll hold on to those and see if we can get something from when this one's done. Alright, so I'll be back. Alright, the other tropical bees finished, so let's see what these got. So let's see, tropical, jungle. We have down one, but we don't have both one. Ooh, this one has both and down. So I guess we'll keep having to breed and hope for the best. So let's see. This has everything we want so far. Alright, so I guess we'll breed this one because it has flowers and that's pretty handy. Or that one. Yeah, that one. So let's combine this one and this one. And then we'll combine this one with that one, because this one has the both one. So, and let's see. I think we'll do, just to have a bunch of things going, we'll do this one and that one. Alright. I'll go over and, alright, so my first jungle bee finished. So let's see what we got. So we got tropical, good, none, good. Both one, down one, awesome. And this one? Awesome! So yeah, if we breed these together, we will, and I'll show you, we'll get a bee that will work perfectly fine in a normal biome. Woot! Just because we paid attention to genes. And if you guys don't know anything about Mendelian genetics, I actually took a genetics class in high school, or Punnett squares or that kind of stuff, like seriously wiki it, and you can draw all these little squares with all your bee's traits and determine the probability that something will happen, and yeah, it's kind of silly, but yeah. So if we combine these together, they will form a queen with the traits of the princess, and it will work here because she is both 1 and she is down 1 for temperature and humidity respectively.